All right, we're here. First day with the keys, day one. Wait until you see this place. This is honestly, this is an opportunity. This is like a start date of an opportunity that I've been so excited for months, and today's the first day I've got the keys. Today's like this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what I'm going to do with this place on this channel. It's my blank canvas. It's my new spot. It's whatever we want it to be. It's like, I mean, this is it. I can't look. You need to come for a walk around. It's the best thing ever. I mean, for months and months, actually for over a year, I've been searching for the next best thing, like the perfect place to combine everything I've ever learned with trail building in so many different locations. I've had my compound, I've dug in the woods at Woburn, I've built pump tracks, I've dug in different countries around the world. I did the insanely long, hardcore lockdown series in the backyard. And I've always kind of wanted more, and I've felt restricted by space, by the terrain, the setting, and for months I've been searching for the ultimate location for this year to go big and do it like everything I've ever wanted to do on steroids, and this is it for me. This is the dream. This is the perfect blank canvas, the sandbox. We're about to find out what the dirt's like. I've got a shovel in the van, but it's like, look, we've got immense undulations, and all I see when I look at this is 1,000-ton landings, which my backyard and no backyard has. I don't know what formed this place. I don't know how it got here. I don't really know much about it. I don't even know what's under the ground, but all I see is just a haven for trail building, for building dirt jumps, for building slope style features, for building the loops, for jumping over trees, for everything I've ever wanted to do can happen here. It's big enough, it's got enough. It's like got perfect, all I see there is an ultimate square rhythm section of jumps, right? That will be built, but that's not the focus. It's also building a whale tail up there where the ground lends itself. I'd love people to see through my eyes right now and what we're going to do with this place. I've got it all year. You can spend every day here of the year. I'm so excited about it. There's valleys that just scream dirt half pipes, dirt bowls. That's what this place is about. It's like the bike park that almost never got to be a bike park, and it's mine for a year, and it's your guys too to watch on this channel. So this isn't just an introduction video, because I've got a digger and dumper coming tomorrow. I can't ride, I can't swing a shovel, but I can definitely drive a digger, and I've got Jamie here to help me. So we're about to go into a build lapse, and I'm going to explain what we are going to build in episode 1, because this is a series. But while you guys are watching this, watching the build lapse, kind of imagining what I could do, suggesting ideas, it's really, really important that we come up for a name for this entire space and the series. I know there's probably going to be thousands of comments that we're going to look through. We're going to choose a name for episode 2, and whoever's name we choose, when this place exists and it's on the map and it's finished, we'll invite that person, wherever you are in the world, to come down and have a session. Because I feel like to name this place is a great honour, and I can't think of a good enough name. It's like full of bomb holes, it's like this cool sand pit. But there's going to be a better name for this crazy place. I couldn't build any of these hills with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. I'd like to meet a man that could, but they're already here. So let's build some mega jumps this year. Let's make this place all time. But first, I'm going to show you what we're going to build, because this is episode 1. Like I say, I'm going to spend all of tomorrow in a digger, and this is what it's going to be. I underestimated the size of this place when I booked a 3-ton digger and dumper. You're right, careful. No, we'll move that with a digger. At my compound, I've always booked 3-ton diggers, 3-ton dumpers. Here it's like a comedy piece. They're not even going to scratch the surface. This is where we're going to start. I've been coming over here for months actually, trying to have a walk around and understand how to best use this place. For YouTube, for me, where to start really. That's always the hard thing. Where on earth do you start? And this is kind of just about the highest point here, and it's on the rim. This whole place is like a little quarry, and it has a rim around the edge. And I love the idea of starting on the edge. This for me is the best place to start, and it's where we're going to start because there's options. I love that there's already a natural roll in, but the main thing for me is that the roll in doesn't go straight to the bottom of like the quarry space. It only goes halfway, then up again. So I can kind of visualize that we could have a step up, a hip, it could split, you could have transfers, and also down to the right hand side it goes deeper. So if you want to like shark fin down, you get more speed. So I like that we can drop in, not have to build massive 500-ton takeoffs straight away, because already you can ride your bike in this place, can't you? It looks perfect. So what I'm going to do is, rather than just roll in from here and use this as a start point, I want to make the most of this rim area here. I'm using the digger and dumper today. I'm going to pile up a load of dirt here. Don't know what the dirt's like, we're about to find out. Build a small dirt roll-in pointing this way. Roll in, roller, and then with this space here, I want to build a right-hand berm to bring you round this edge and drop in with maybe a roller or a shark fin. So then by the time we drop in there, you're going to have more speed than just rolling in. It'll be like starting from chest height because there's a roll in. You could see it as either increasing the height of the rim of this place or reducing the bottom. Like you get a bigger potential difference. Should we see what the dirt's like? This will dictate what we even build. If it's clay, I'm stoked. Not if it rains, but I'm stoked because we can build crazy shapes. What do you think?
Not too bad.
There's quite a lot of brick in the ground, so I guess a lot of these piles were made up with waste material and stuff, but actually that, if you look at how it packs, is clay. It's like when snow falls and it's perfect snowball snow, isn't it? Look at that. Ow.
Nice.
That's immense. That's similar to what we had in lockdown. I know people are probably watching me study dirt and not get their head around it. This whole place depends on having good dirt, and that could have been anything. It could have been gravel. Probably should have done my homework, but I bet it's going to change, but that's brilliant. This section is going to be fast, hard pack. We're going to be able to ride it straight away because that packs in immediately. So, for the first time this year, in fact, for the first time in months, episode 1 of the build, let's do a build lapse. Here we go. We've actually done loads and it looks mega. That was a 3-day build lapse, 3 entire days up to this point. And the main thing you can notice at the start of this series probably, and you were thinking about watching the build lapse, was the change in dirt. So I had the machines, the digger and the dumper, the little 3-ton nibblers, for 1 day, which was good for my shoulder. I do love digging by hand, but I'm having to hold off a bit. But the diggers were brilliant because I started quarrying out of a hill over there where we found more of that clay, that really, really thick black clay, which I was stoked about because it packs so hard. But then I got thinking about what's going on at my compound. We've had this long winter and I haven't been able to ride anything because that clay, when it gets wet, it stays wet and it gets so sticky and soft. And I just can't bear to think that we're going to build all of this, then we're going to get a week of rain and it's like game over for a month at least. So interestingly, while looking around, for kind of other options, where to build jumps, things like that, I noticed that up on another hill over here, there's mole hills, and where they're kind of pushing all the dirt out of the ground, it was quite sandy, and moles don't even burrow through thick clay, so I knew that there was something different going on up there. Tracked the dig around all the way up top, and what we found was this quarry, this pit, this little chasm and pocket of the most primo dirt. Like, this stuff here is so different to what we started with, and you can see that on the roll-in, where we built that with a digger with clay, built a whole pad, I'll talk about that more in a minute, and then we've kind of just thrown that to one side. My shoulder's still really sore, but I'm so excited. And found this sandy clay. And I've ridden a lot of trail spots in my life all around the world, and some of the best ones, which work the best for most time of the year and pack hard, use this sort of dirt. It's not got much stone in it. It kind of sieves and rakes really loose, so it's easy to shovel, easy to wheelbarrow. It doesn't weigh as much as clay, but when you pack it in with a shovel and tread on it and walk on it, it goes off really hard. Yeah. It's good stuff. It's clay, but for some reason you can handle it in a different way. So this is the primo dirt that we're going to build these trails with, and we spent the entire day digger and dumpering. I was quarrying up top. Jamie and Ben were driving the dumper down that hill where, when it's full with 3 tons of material in it, the brakes didn't work, did they? So it was like every single run all day was a runaway train. So I was laughing, and that's what we've come up with. I'd say that's about 120 to 150 tons of primo dirt. And for reference, the entire lockdown build, I brought in exactly 100 tons, 5 20-ton loads. So you can imagine how far that amount of dirt's going to go, especially when we've already got these immense undulations. All I have to do is build things on top of them to achieve like 20-foot features, right? So I hope you can make sense with the excitement of this location. And actually what we've built now is the most immense introductory start to the series, which looks and feels like a roller coaster. So this roll-in first doesn't need to be that long and wide. It's overkill, but I had a digger for a day. I was going to use it. It's all made up of that clay. It's perfect. It's just going to be a small little get-going feature to feed you into the pump bump, or the roller here, which I decided to just build standalone on its own, so you can really use it for different amounts of speed, because I don't know yet what's going to happen after this. I don't know what we're going to do in episode 2. Obviously in episode 2 it will have been figured out, but I don't know yet. So I want to control the build so that the features allow you to build loads of speed. The whole idea of a pump bump or a roller is to pump, which is to increase speed without pedaling. So there's 3 pump opportunities here and a berm to do that, but you don't have to gain speed, it's optional. When I ride jumps and Ben rides jumps, we go different heights out of jumps, but we all start at the same point, drop in, and all hit the same height takeoff. But you can decide through pumping how high and how fast you want to go. It's a brilliant thing about bikes, skateboards, scooters, all of that stuff. So instead of a shark fin exit, I know in the intro I said we might do a roller, we might do a shark fin. I've gone with this double roller purely so I don't create a strict amount of speed. If that was a takeoff with a landing, you'd already have a set amount of speed to land with. I don't want that. I want to be able to double your speed or half it. So this is perfect, but it still gives you the opportunity to kind of bunny hop out of that roller and use it a bit like a shark fin drop. You could throw a bar spin off of there, you could jump it and see what's happening. We've got probably 8 foot of height, which means the first jump, it's obviously going to be a jump, but the first feature in the next episode is going to be a serious one. I don't know what to do. I have to just build a takeoff and look, but I can't ride still. My collarbone's not great. I'm digging one-handed, sometimes two-handed. My collarbone's actually broken. I found out last week up in Manchester. I got an MRI, but it's been broken for a long time and full of scar tissue, and that scar tissue's been dislodged, so my bone's like wobbly and I can feel it knocking against itself and grinding. It's horrible. I'm also addicted to digging, so we're having to try to manage my expectations of when I'm going to be able to ride. I think really soon though, especially as I have to test what we build to make sure it works. But the digging side of it I'm loving. And finally, that roll-in, obviously you drop in that direction, right? Me and Ben were kind of knocking around up there looking stoked about how it feels and how it looks, and realised with the smallest amount of effort filling in the little back to the roll-in, you could drop in the other direction, and that just offers so much potential. Like the amount of potential here is infinite. It's absolutely infinite with all the landscape I've got. But there's always those ideas that are optimal, and you kind of have to have a strategy not to go mad like a headless chicken and start digging, but think about using this pile here. Like I need to use it because there's half a takeoff there, so I only have to add the cap of a takeoff or a lip to create a takeoff, and then the landing starts even higher, so you've already got a base. So we could build a step up, a hip, but I'd love to go, oh, I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But it's been a mega start to this build. A 3-day build lapse. I love what we've made. It's a roller coaster. Look at it. The drone shots of this place are hectic. So we're going to come up with a plan for the next one, but please you guys name this place. It's like the agricultural surface of the moon. There's like grass dunes. I don't know how, I don't have to describe it because you've seen it now, but it's embarrassing because when I text Ben and Jamie like the day before we come here, I always write like, what time are you guys getting to the land? It's lame. We can't keep calling it the land. It needs a name. So please help. We're feeling quite uninspired and there's hundreds of thousands of you that I'm sure will give us the best name ever to come and hang out. So see you on Thursday for episode 2. Whatever the call in the build will have a name by then. We could call it something cool and we'll build something cool. Legends. On that pump, yeah. Throw in 3, 2, 1, go.